Es beginnt die Blizzconline. Gleich. Und das gucken wir uns an. Hier im Livestream. Ich nehme es als Aufnahme mit auf. Erstmal mein Intro. Gerade eben hat noch Hodo aufgelegt, beziehungsweise der Schauspieler davon, Christian Nyan oder so, ich kann es schwer aussprechen. Und jetzt geht's auch schon los. Hat einen coolen Beat gemacht, ne? Also muss man ihm lassen. War schön. Und ich bin sehr gespannt. Hier steht ja ungefähr, was ich mir denke, was kommen könnte. Wir gucken mal, was sie ankündigen. Oh, ist ziemlich leise.
The excitement just build up. I'm thinking about it all the time, even in my sleep.
Okay. Overwatch oder was?
I play video games because I love stories.
Experiencing worlds that you can't experience as yourself. I guess video games allow me to be what I can't. It's fiction, but it's not.
Da haben sie ja von Apple abgeguckt, oder?
And disappear into a different world.
I am a part of something bigger, a part of something beautiful.
As an autistic person, video games give me a place where I could be in a world that made sense to me.
I will tell you that all of my family play video games.
Me and my brothers, we would share the computer 1 hour at a time.
저는 제 와이프랑 게임을 가장 많이 해요.
I'm really enjoying playing video games with my dad.
My children.
My little sister. That connection between video games, allowing us to converse with each other, added a lot to our relationship.
Games like the World of Warcraft let me meet people.
Das war geil, das Cinematic.
Und
Daria.
I met some of my best friends through playing games. We have this connection that allows us to share our joys, to share our achievements, to share our growth together.
Every time I'm able to achieve something, I'm able to make myself proud.
Killing heroic Blackhand back in Warlords of Draenor was one of my favorite memories.
I managed to find that one hidden
StarCraft.
With my one Mutalisk.
We beat hardcore Inferno Diablo.
I was able to hit gold in competitive in Overwatch.
I had someone say, oh, I can't lose to a girl. And I beat that guy. So I was able to.
Aber das ist halt jetzt so typisch Apple, ne? Die würden auch sowas machen. So Leute zeigen, was das Handy alles kann. Selbe Marketingberater. Hat er Blizzard.
E pela conquista ter vindo. A gente se sentiu muito, caramba, a gente conseguiu algo incrível aqui.
I killed the Witch King! I killed the Witch King!
然后夺冠的时候，现场的女性工作人员，包括有些男的工作人员，他们都哭了。
Many years ago, I was doing a quest in Terracar Forest, and a lovely little mage came up and said, "Would you like a hand?" They helped me for the rest of the day. We've been married now for over a decade.
Those video games filled the void. They filled the friendships that I didn't have. There isn't a huge LGBTQIA+ community in my city. So when I was able to play a video game, I was able to start talking with people who didn't really care that I was a gay male.
But video games were my escape. When I was a teenager, my dad was diagnosed with ALS, and I looked to video games as a way to escape from that sort of reality. Everything happens for a reason, and I'm just glad video games were there for me.
I'll never stop playing video games.
There's no way.
I imagine myself one day being an 80-year-old grandpa gamer.
Playing video games has shaped me. I don't think I would be who I am today.
My passion, my interest, my excitement, they belong.
Video games opened for me the world.
And because of that, I'm forever thankful.
And I can't wait to see what the next generation holds.
Ja, schön gemacht, auf jeden Fall. Ja. Ist ja nur alter Content, aber mal gucken, was uns jetzt noch Schönes erwartet. Ja, und ich sag's immer wieder, wenn ihr nicht wisst, was ihr gucken sollt, ihr habt Netflix durch, guckt euch die Blizzard Cinematics alle nochmal an. Die sind also so gut. Von Overwatch bis Warcraft bis Diablo.
To Blizzconline, a celebration of 30 years of Blizzard communities and 30 years of Blizzard games. 30 years is so many years. And last year maybe felt like one of the longest of all. But throughout the years of Blizzard Entertainment, from 1991 to today, many of us can associate certain games with milestones in our lives. Maybe you were a little kid the first time you played The Lost Vikings. Or in high school when you first played a Diablo game. Or maybe you met your partner while you were playing World of Warcraft. That's the awesome thing about video games. They give us experiences that are relevant to the times in our lives and experiences that we carry forward with us. Games are here for us during good times, and they're here for us even when we feel alone or maybe uncertain. Games are coming home, familiar, comfortable, with a connection and a sense of belonging. And while many of us spent most of 2020 in our actual real-life homes, games became even more of a place to get away, to be free from outside concerns, even if just for a little while. So, this is pretty weird. Usually, when we start BlizzCon, the opening call is to my favorite Warcraft faction, the Alliance. Or my favorite faction, the Horde. I get confused. Usually, I'd be speaking to 40,000 of you in person at the Anaheim Convention Center and millions of you around the world. And usually, that would be a perfect way to celebrate. But nothing about the last year has been usual. The pandemic has been hard on everyone, and for many different reasons. But if there's one thing that the last year has taught us, it's that being apart physically doesn't stop us from moving forward. It doesn't stop us from connecting with our player friends around the world. Diving in.
Hallo 007, schön, dass du reinschaust. Alles gut bei dir? Ja, freut mich.
Each other as humans. It doesn't stop us from sharing our latest epic gaming story or celebrating those of others. Games continue to unite us.
Also bisher schöner Start.
Now, to be honest, I wasn't sure how well Blizzard could work from home. There are thousands of people, all needing to work together in creating our universes, games, and experiences. Never has it felt more true that it takes a Blizzard to make a Blizzard game. And in 2020, it became clear that the magic of creating a Blizzard isn't just tied to a physical location.
Och, Wochenende 07. Ich freue mich und ich freue mich, was wir hier jetzt vorstellen. Vielleicht wird was Gutes dabei sein. Ja, Blizzard-Spiele mag ich ja. Auch wenn es nicht immer so gut war, was sie gemacht haben in letzter Zeit.
All of our energy and heart into them. But it is you, the Blizzard community, that brings them to life.
Ja, stimmt, das weiß ich nur, wie die gesungen hat.
BlizzConline is a celebration of you. The guild leaders, healers, DPS.
Wenn man das Cosplay sieht, wie viel Arbeit das ist und wie viel Geld da drin steckt.
Terran, Protoss, Blackwatch, Shimada, the heroes of Sanctuary and of the Storm. These next few days are for you, our Blizzard community. For World of Warcraft, we'll be showing you what's next for both Shadowlands and Classic.
Okay.
I'm sure you're all burning in anticipation for that one.
Ja, da ist, kann ich mein erstes eigentlich schon abhaken hier. Burning Crusade. Add-on.
Can't wait to show you how. We also have news for our Diablo community. Some of you were able to dip your toes into the depths of hell in the Diablo Immortal Technical Alpha. I really enjoyed seeing players embrace the multiplayer aspect of meeting in town. We can't wait for more of you to get your hands on it. So, it's only the beginning of the year, and already there is so much to look forward to, even though we can't yet be together in person. The Overwatch League will be kicking things off in spring, and we'll be watching closely to see if the San Francisco Shock can continue their championship run. World of Warcraft esports is back with the Arena World Championship and Mythic Dungeon International already in full swing in Shadowlands. StarCraft 2 and Warcraft 3 esports are going strong with our friends at the ESL Pro Tour.
Warcraft 3? Wo ist der Ladder, Jungs? Ach komm, Warcraft 3 ist going strong. Ja, komm, also, das war jetzt ein Witz.
2021 Hearthstone Masters Tour, with the first event taking place next month. But before we get too far ahead, let's take a look one last time. Twin times were a little simpler. In the early 1990s, the internet was a baby. CD sales had finally eclipsed cassette tapes. Cassette tape, it's a rectangle piece of plastic, and there's a tape inside. And
ich kenne Kassetten noch. Meine Eltern.
A pencil to wind it and make it tight. It sounds crazy. We were all playing video games on Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, DOS, or Mac PCs. I personally was a master of config sys and autoexec bat. So many simple things,
Autoexec bat. Ja.
simple times. If only we could relive them.
Oh Gott. Jetzt wird's altbacken. Ja. Rock'n'Roll Racing. Habe ich gehabt im Super Nintendo. Nein, oder? Oh Gott. Da hießen sie noch Cynical und Synapses Blizzard. Ja, Rock'n'Roll Racing, ein geiler Scheiß, aber ich will da einen neuen Teil bitte haben. Ja, weil... Man sieht's ja, das alte Rock'n'Roll Racing ist halt einfach... Ja, schlecht gealtert. Die Lost Vikings, ja, mein Gott. Black Fawn kann ich auch nicht mehr spielen. Definitive Editions. Level Creator. Die alten MIDIs. 16:9. 4 Spieler Splitscreen, ich lauf mich tot. 16:9 bei Rock'n'Roll Racing. Jetzt machen sie mich heiß. Okay, da habe ich niemals gerechnet. Na, ich sag mal.
The Blizzard Arcade Collection.
Was kostet's?
Featuring the Lost Vikings, Rock'n'Roll Racing, and Blackthorn. These are ports of the games just as you remember them, allowing you to relive the original experience.
Ich sag mal so zu 15 €, wenn meine Schmerzgrenze, glaube ich. Für alle drei.
With a couple of quality of life upgrades. As an example, we include very modern, cutting-edge functionality that wasn't available in the early 90s, both saving and loading of games. And for those of you who purchased any Blizzard Digital Anniversary Bundle via Battle.net, you'll automatically receive the Blizzard Arcade Collection on PC today.
Oh, cool.
Now, you ready to hear about some other video games?
Ja, bitte.
Let's hear what's next for World of Warcraft.
Der nächste Patch halt. Ja.
Hello everyone. Thanks for joining us today.
Oh, jetzt wird die
No matter
Qualität
where
schlecht.
you are, World of Warcraft unites us all. Unites us all. Whether you're exploring the Shadowlands, classic Azeroth, or another part of the Blizzard universe, I'm glad you could make it, because we've got a lot of good stuff to show you. But first, let's start with some Covenant pride. Kyrian, take flight. Nightfey, let the hunt begin. Necrolords, to war! Vintha, let's party. The world has thrown a lot at us since the last BlizzCon, and the thing that's really kept everyone going on the WoW team has been connecting with all of you. the bonds we forge with our guilds and family and friends in WoW are powerful and real. As WoW enters its 16th year and Blizzard celebrates its 30th anniversary, we're so grateful to have the most dedicated and friendly communities in gaming. Let's recap the events in Azeroth. In WoW Classic, we fought an endless battle for South Shore and Tauren Mill. We banded together to open the gates of Anchorage and joined forces to take down Kel'Thuzad in his floating citadel of Naxxramas. In Shadowlands, we helped our Covenant recover from the Anima drought, brought on by Sire Denathrius, master of the Vinthier and traitor to the Pantheon of Death. We survived the halls of Torghast and crafted legendary gear in our efforts to expel Denathrius from his castle lair. But innocent souls are still wrongfully being sent to the Maw. They face an eternity of torment, and heroes like Anduin remain chained in its depths. The jailer continues to grow in power. He's preparing to break free from the Maw and complete his plan to unmake the entire Warcraft universe. And Sylvanas, you may be wondering what she's been up to all this time.
Sagen, die ist bisher
We're
weg.
excited to unveil our first major content update for Shadowlands, Chains of Domination.
Schaut euch doch um! Was macht euch so sicher, dass ihr
Sogar
nicht
auf
nur eine
Deutsch.
Waffe seid, die seinen Zwecken dient?
Genug! Gebt euch hin, oder wir zwingen euch.
Im Moment habt ihr die Macht. Trefft eure Wahl, Sylvanas Windläufer.
Hätte sie lieber auf Englisch gesehen. Die Stimme meist geiler, aber na, ist dann halt so.
Trotz all unserer Bemühungen wächst der Schlund weiter. Hat uns Denathrius Verrat den Untergang gebracht? Der Primus ist verschwunden und die Bastion kann die Schattenlande nicht allein retten.
Nichts davon sollte geschehen.
Vielleicht kann die Winterkönigin...
Meine Archon, eine lebende Seele, wünscht eine Audienz.
Ein Sterblicher?
Ein König. Einer, der sein Leben lang nach Gerechtigkeit gestrebt hat. Der alles opfern würde, um seinem Volk zu dienen. Dessen Herz wahrhaft rein ist.
Lasst ihn durch. Er darf sprechen. Tretet näher. Meine Aufgestiegenen sprechen von euch. Der König, gefangen im Schlund.
Das Gefängnis konnte mich nicht ewig halten.
Was bringt euch in die Bastion?
Ihr habt einen Schlüssel. Ich brauche ihn.
Ihr entlasst diese Seele aus eurem Griff.
Nein, er ist an mich gebunden.
So wie ihr einst euren eigenen Bruder finden wolltet.
Welche Wendung! Krass.
Das Gefäß hat seine Aufgabe tadellos erfüllt. 3 Schlüssel verbleiben. Dann werden sie sehen, dass man den Tod nicht in Ketten legen kann.
Okay. Also für alle die WoW noch feiern, spiele ich aktuell auch wieder ein bisschen, aber jetzt nicht Endcontent. Das ist doch mal nett.
That is so intense. I know you probably have a lot of questions about what you just saw and what it means for the next stage of your Shadowlands journey. Later today, my teammates Ian and Jeremy will be talking more about Chains of Domination in our Shadowlands update. Please check out the World of Warcraft channel to find out more.
Okay.
Next, I'm excited to share our upcoming World of Warcraft charity pet program. We've heard a lot from our community about how much they love these pets and the opportunity to give to a good cause, along with ideas to make the program even better. So during this upcoming campaign, you'll be able to donate whatever amount you wish to directly support our chosen charity. Once donations reach our goal, everyone playing World of Warcraft will get a pet for their collection as a thank you, whether you were able to contribute personally or not. And to make this a fun challenge, if we reach a stretch goal, everyone gets a second pet too. And here they are. The first pet is Bananas, literally. He was originally available to a select few back in Burning Crusade era, so we're excited to give everyone a chance to adopt him. And if we reach our stretch goal, you'll also get Daisy the Sloth. She's an all-new pet who'll hang around your neck when you need a hug. Your donations during this campaign will go to support the medical humanitarian organization Doctors Without Borders, also known by their French name, Médecins Sans Frontières, or MSF. They're an amazing group doing important work around the world. We're grateful to have such a generous community, and we hope you'll help support this worthy cause. We'll be sharing the details about the charity pet program on the World of Warcraft website soon.
Ja, ist immer ganz nett.
Talked quite a bit about Shadowlands. Classic players.
Hallo, ja, schön, dass du reinschaust.
It's my pleasure to hand off to my teammate.
Es geht ja nicht um das Faultier. Es geht ja eher darum, dass du was spendest und für guten Zweck. Also ich habe mir ja Dings geholt gehabt. Als Gloop-Kitzing, glaube ich, war es. Also das war, glaube ich, auch für 5, 6 Euro und das ging direkt gespendet. Also das fand ich cool. Da kann ich was Gutes tun und
Hi everybody. First, I'd like to thank all of you who have ever been part of the WoW community over the years. You know, online worlds like WoW have been a huge part of our lives for decades now. As a dedicated MMO fan,
ach, das war nicht ironisch gemeint. Okay, ich dachte, du warst ironisch geil, Faultier. Nee, ich fand's auch cool.
Well, I guess I'll check out that beta. And sure, we all call the game WoW, but really, wow. I could not believe I got bit by the MMO bug again. I was so excited to be able to make a night elf hunter and be like that famous dark elf ranger from the books that I loved. I have to tell you, Azeroth was, and still is, a place I love to live. Since last year, I've had the great honor to work alongside the WoW Classic team to bring these nostalgic experiences back to life for longtime fans and a whole new generation of players. As a fan myself, I've had so much fun in WoW. From the simple things like drive-by buffing or making friends on that long haul
bis auf sarkastisch.
to Ironforge.
Das ist aber alles gut.
Absolutely staggering. Like when I jumped blindly through the dark portal and was running through Hellfire Peninsula, heard this terrifying noise, and then saw the Fell Reaver. Biggest roamer I had ever seen, and I was very glad I had feigned death in that moment. And that's the thing about WoW. These stories and experiences we all share keep us coming back time after time. With that said, I'm super excited to be able to share with you where our adventures are taking us.
Ja, wo gehen sie denn jetzt wohl hin bei Classic? Was werden sie wohl tun? Kann gleich abhaken.
Tausend Jahre in Gefangenschaft. Und nun wagt ihr es, mein Reich zu betreten.
Das war das Addon, mit dem ich ja dann, obwohl ich meinen Account ja dann nicht mehr hatte, nochmal einen neuen gemacht habe und wegen den Blutelfen aber nochmal gezockt habe. Es war, die Blutelfen waren es, die haben mich nochmal gecatcht. Der Gruel. Ja, Karasa.
Habt ihr von eurer Dummheit. Erstickt an meinem Blut.
Den habe ich nie gesehen.
Tod den
Die auch nie.
Ich werde eure
Den habe ich oft genug gekillt. Den habe ich auch nicht gekillt.
Ihr wisst nicht, was euch erwartet.
Da wurde ja lange genug rumort, dass das jetzt kommt. Öffnet sich ja neu 2021. Die Frage ist halt wie. Die Frage ist wie. Ob man einen neuen Charakter machen muss.
Brings back so many memories, right? Like exploring the fungal forests of Zangarmarsh or being awestruck.
Das ist schon der Nintendo-Weg. Wir bringen das gleiche Spiel nochmal raus.
The Draenei in Exodar, the Blood Elves in Silvermoon. I love playing them both. Do you choose to enlist the Aldor or the Scryers in your quest to fight the Legion? And of course, we can't forget gathering all your friends to fight Illidan at the top of the Black Temple. I can't wait to relive it all with you. Since the team first set out on their own quest to bring the original WoW back to life, we have learned a ton about what players are expecting from this kind of experience. We've also learned when to keep things just as they were, and where we all might be open to some changes. We're bringing all these lessons into Burning Crusade Classic, with our primary goal to bring back the same feeling you had when you faced the Fell Reaver for the first time, or when you were digging through piles of Fellhound poop. Of course, we can't get this right without you, our incredible community. Soon, you'll be able to revisit Outland yourself when beta starts and tell us what you think. Later, all WoW Classic players are going to be presented with a meaningful choice for each one of your beloved characters. Do you want to move on into Burning Crusade Classic? Or do you want to stay in the original Classic era forever? Whatever you decide, you can do it all with your one WoW subscription. Now,
das ist wichtig. Das ist wichtig.
We'll be getting into the details in our panel later today.
So kann nämlich jeder sagen, was er weiterspielen möchte. Finde ich nicht gut, dass sie es so gemacht haben.
We're going to hear what's coming up in Hearthstone.
Weil ich weiß nicht, ob ich nochmal einen Charakter auf 70 spielen würde und den dann eben für immer diesen alten Addon lassen, in diesen alten Content. Mein Kollege sagt das auch nochmal alten Content spielen, aber ich fand das Burning Crusade halt ziemlich geil und ich könnte mir es, wenn ich Zeit hätte, nochmal vorstellen.
We're truly excited to share with you everything that's coming to Hearthstone this year. But first, let's take a quick look back at the year of the Phoenix. We added our first new class, the Demon Hunter.
Okay. Ja, ich spiele das ja nicht, weil da muss ich Geld ausgeben, das mache ich nicht. Ja, es geht auch kostenlos, bla bla, aber ich bräuchte viele Kartenpacks, um überhaupt in dem Maße mitspielen zu können, wie ich gerne würde und müsste mich in die Kartensets reinarbeiten. Die Zeit habe ich nicht und das Geld habe ich auch nicht dafür, möchte ich nicht ausgeben. Auch wenn es ein schönes Kartenspiel ist, finde ich. Ja, also Online-Kartenspiel.
We also introduced our long-awaited achievement system and made a significant overhaul to the rewards and progression within the game. Now, it's time to say farewell to the year of the Phoenix and see what's in store for Hearthstone this year. Welcome to the year of the Griffin.
Wir machen alle Vögel durch, oder was?
Over the last couple of years,
The Griffin?
we've made big changes to Hearthstone.
Peter
Throughout
Griffin?
the year of the Griffin,
Nein.
we want to keep delivering fun, new experiences and make sure that the tens of millions of you playing Hearthstone are always excited to log in. First up, we'll be giving the standard format its biggest shake-up ever, with the launch of the core set later this year. The core set replaces the old basic and classic sets with a collection of 235 cards made up of some of the best from throughout the years, as well as 29 awesome brand new cards. And the best thing about the core set is that it's entirely free.
Dachte ich mir.
So, there's never been a better time to get into Hearthstone.
Genau das, was nämlich immer mein Punkt war. Es gibt so viele Karten, die ich nicht habe, und jetzt machen sie ein Core-Set und dass jeder besser einsteigen kann. Ah, vielleicht mache ich es ein, zwei Mal im Stream dann. Harte Karte. Ah, Hasskarte. Ja, die kenne ich noch.
Malagos the Spellweaver.
Ähnlich.
He'll fill your hand with spells and is a powerful late game play, worthy of the aspect of magic. And finally, everyone's favorite Black Dragon.
Ja, Deathwing.
He's still as destructive as ever.
12, alter Falter.
He won't leave you empty-handed. We'll also be launching a brand new format, Classic, where you can play Hearthstone as it was when it first launched. The Classic format will be fully supported, complete with ranks and rewards using Hearthstone's original set of cards. So, if you want to relive the old school experience, then Classic is the place for you.
Ja, Hearthstone ist, vielleicht gucke ich da nochmal rein.
Now, let's take a look to the future and explore the first expansion of the year of the Griffin.
Für einen Helden der Horde führen alle Straßen zum Wegekreuz. Ihr erwartet Abenteuer. Doch das Brachland will euch brechen. Eure Axt muss scharf sein.
Ja, diese animierten Bilder, die sind jetzt nicht schlecht, aber ich bleib dabei. Ich will lieber die Cinematics haben.
Mit Macht schlagen.
Auch die sind auch teurer natürlich, klar. Oh, den Balken noch. Ne, hab ich nicht. Wieso haben wir jetzt den Balken? Jetzt.
Und Ehre. Das ist unser Weg.
Geschmiedet im Brachland. Ach komm, da ist doch nix, außer Steppe.
That's right. We're
Naja.
heading to one of Warcraft's most iconic locales, the Barrens, and we'll come face to face with the heroes that inhabit it. Starting with one of the Horde's most iconic and well-known characters, a fierce loyalist, one-time war chief that embodies
Also ich bin ehrlich, ich finde das Setting jetzt ziemlich öde.
and spirituality.
Der Brachland ist nix, deswegen ist es öde.
Shadowhunter Vol'jin. Shadowhunter Vol'jin is a neutral legendary that allows you to either bolster your own board or weaken that of your opponents. And to celebrate the announcement of Forged in the Barrens, this card is available for free for everyone later today.
Krass.
So log into Hearthstone and claim your free copy of Shadowhunter Vol'jin.
Da muss ich es mal runterladen und starten, oder am Handy habe ich es noch drauf.
We're also giving away the brand new 30 years of Blizzard card.
Einmal einloggen.
We have another hero of the Horde who is making his first appearance in Hearthstone. The legendary Blade Master Samuro, featuring the new keyword Frenzy. Frenzy activates the first time a minion takes damage and survives. In Samuro's case, this can be used to clear your opponent's board. Heroes of the Horde, like Samuro, are famous for their combat prowess. But others, like Thrall, are known for their powerful elemental
Problem ist halt bei Hearthstone,
Take a look at this new shaman spell.
es ist halt beim Streamen immer schwierig, wenn man mit als Zuschauer mit bestimmen möchte oder seine Meinung nicht unbedingt bestimmen. Ihr wisst, was ich meine, ne? Es ist halt immer ein bisschen Delay drin.
always useful.
Und bis ihr das dann seht, habe ich die Karte schon gespielt. Deswegen ist es... Ja, mal gucken. Ich glaube, ich auf jeden Fall mal einen die kostenlosen Sachen mit, aber ob das was ist, was ich groß spielen würde, Also ich habe ja bei meinen hier Dinge, die ich denke, die könnten kommen, bewusst nicht so drin, wie WoW-Patch kommt, ist klar. Blizzard bringt ein neues Hearthstone-Add-on, ist klar. Ja.
And our final announcement is our most ambitious addition to Hearthstone yet. It introduces a brand new way to play with your favorite heroes.
Wie denn?
Hearthstone Mercenaries. Mercenaries features strategic RPG gameplay, where you build teams consisting of some of the most iconic heroes and villains from the Warcraft universe, including timeless characters like the infamous Sylvanas Windrunner, and Ragnaros, the elemental lord of fire. You can also expect to see some of Hearthstone's fan favorites, like the unstoppable Devilsaur, King Crush, and the ever-growing Gruul the Dragon Slayer. You'll lead them in battle through highly replayable roguelike missions, where the map is randomly generated every time you play.
Okay.
Each node represents a unique challenge for your team to take on. Your heroes gain levels, new abilities, equipment, and can even evolve into more powerful versions
of themselves. Kartenspiel.
We're thrilled to finally show you Hearthstone Mercenaries. It is scheduled to launch later this year, and we'll have more to share with you down the road. Everything you've seen today is just a taste of what's coming in the Year of the Griffin. So don't forget to tune in to our deep
Ja, also, mein Gott, wer Bock auf Hearthstone hat und das Spiel immer noch sehr gerne spielt, mein Gott, er freut sich, ne? Ganz klar.
The new classic format, Forged in the Barrens, and our plans for
Wenn man
Battlegrounds
den Chorus hört, klingt ganz
as
witzig.
well as our upcoming single-player content. I want to thank the team for their amazing work. And on behalf of all of us at Hearthstone, we want to thank the many millions of you who play our game. Your dedication and support is what drives us to make awesome updates.
Naja, sind wir mal ehrlich, die machen Schweinegeld mit dem Spiel. Schweinegeld mit dem Spiel. Ja. Das ist eher so Floskel. Oh, your motivation drives us, bla bla bla. Ja, wie gesagt, sei ihnen gegönnt, ne? Andere Kartenspiele, Free-to-Play-Dinge oder was, machen auch einen Haufen Kohle, warum dann nicht auch die? Ja. Aber das geht nur eine Stunde, das heißt um 23 Uhr hat es angefangen, das heißt es müsste auch bald zu Ende sein. Ja.
I am so excited to kick off the Diablo segment of our show, and I am honored to be here on behalf of all of our Diablo teams to share the news and updates we have in store for you today.
We've got a lot of Diablo to cover, and I hope you'll agree with me that it's a great time to be a member of this community. All right, let's kick things off with Diablo 4. We first shared our game with you during BlizzCon of 2019, and we've been truly humbled by your response. We've kept in touch through quarterly updates and sincerely appreciate the thoughts and valuable feedback you've provided as we unveil more and more of the game and share in its development. After all, Diablo belongs to you as much as it belongs to us. Most recently, we teased an
Hat
update
bei
to our
Angela Merkel
campaign
abgeguckt.
and
Die
savvy
Raude.
fans, of course, understood that we meant more than just the character lighting and fire visual effects. That's right. Today, we're happy to announce a brave new soul joining the barbarian, the sorcerer, and the druid on this dangerous journey back to Sanctuary. A class is one of the most exciting things you can announce in a Diablo game. This one is especially exciting to me, as it's a re-envisioning of one of the first classes to
Ich
ever
könnte
appear
noch,
in
Lea,
the series.
wenn du noch Bock
Let's
hast,
have a
was zuzugucken. Stündchen oder so. Ja, wach bin ich noch. Vielleicht noch mal ins Weltall? Weiß noch nicht. Mal gucken.
Es gibt Gerechtigkeit im Licht. Aber du musst Geduld haben.
Amazon?
Lass uns beten. Akarat leite und beschütze mich.
Beschütze mich.
Er behüte meine Seele.
Er behüte meine Seele.
Und möge ihr Gnade gewähren.
Und möge ihr Gnade.
Okay, ja, dann hänge ich noch was dran.
Was tust du denn hier? Dies ist nicht der Zeitpunkt.
Aber dies ist die Beichte. Und ich habe gesündigt. Ich war eine Diebin, die von denen nahm, die mehr Glück hatten. Ich entfernte mich von eurem Licht und fand meine Bestimmung in den Schatten. Andere nennen es Mord. Ich sage Auftrag ausgeführt.
Und das ist der nächste Auftrag, den Priester zu töten, ne?
Halt. Genug.
Ich bin eine Diebin, eine Ketzerin, eine Mörderin, Vater. Wird Akarat auch mich retten?
Du verspottest unser Licht. Aber diese Monster waren eine Geißel für meine Schäfchen. Und du warst die Antwort auf ihre Gebete.
Ich habe meinen Teil erfüllt. Und du schuldest mir etwas.
Der Name, den du suchst, ist... Du bist ein Geschenk des Himmels.
Des Himmels. Sei versichert, Vater. Mich schickt nicht der Himmel.
Jägerin, okay. Grafisch holt's mich auf jeden Fall schon mal ab. Ja. Ich meine, es dauert noch bestimmt 2 Jahre, bis das Spiel rauskommt, aber... Schön dynamisch. Ja, das waren ein paar Pfeile, oder? Ja, doch. Das war ein Schlüssel, okay. Die Ohren weg.
Just the sound of that ear getting pierced by the hook is so brutal. I feel like it's gonna haunt me for a long time. I've been a huge fan of the Rogue ever since the original Diablo. Even seeing them come back as NPCs and mercenaries in Diablo 2's Rogue Encampment served as a great bridge between the games. With the setting of Diablo 4 being a larger world than we've ever played in before, we're excited to show you not just what the successors to the original rogues in the series have been up to since the fall of their order, but also what some of the other rogues in the world of Sanctuary might look like. The mantra for Diablo 4 has been customization first, and the Rogue takes this to a whole new level. From the beginning, the Rogue has been an incredibly flexible class, able to adapt to any situation. Our goal is to let you create the kind of rogue that you want to play. Whether it's an unrivaled archer modeled after the original Sisterhood, or a cloak and dagger rogue from the darkest alleys of Chaldeum, in Diablo 4, you will have the freedom to create the rogue that you imagine by customizing the looks, the background, and the playstyle of your character. Please stick around for our segment later today.
Also ich mache nur die Opening-Zeremonie, ne? Alles andere kann man sich ja persönlich selbst angucken und auch noch Tage später. Ja.
those severed ears are not just for show. But Diablo 4 is not the only Diablo game we're talking about today. If you're looking for an authentic Diablo experience on mobile, we've got you covered. Diablo Immortal has everything you'd expect from a AAA action RPG.
Naja.
Visceral combat and epic loot.
Es ist halt Diablo 3 aufs Handy gedrückt, ne?
Between the events of Diablo 2 and Diablo 3. Later today, you can join the Immortal team, where they'll talk about some of the things they've learned from their recent alpha test and what's next for the game.
Aber da gibt's kein Release-Date.
Still not all. We have one last bit of very exciting Diablo news to cover.
Ja.
When you hear us talk about the classes, the items, or the stories of the early Diablo games, you may have picked up on the absolute reverent tone we reserve for that golden era of Diablo. Maybe you share that love of the classics, and just hearing us talk about them makes you want to take on Mephisto or Baal one more time. Or maybe even for the first time. After all, some of our favorite moments happened a long time ago, and not just in Sanctuary years. If so, we have a special surprise for you today. Let's check it out.
Ich kann's eigentlich schon anhaken, oder? Ich kann's schon anhaken.
Der Wanderer. Jetzt weißt du, was ich suche, Marius. Mir der Böse aus meinen Träumen gefunden. Mir scheint's.
Oder ist es der erste Teil? Nee, glaube ich nicht. Ja, es ist der zweite natürlich.
Jetzt senden wir deine Schrecken in die.
Dies mag unsere dunkelste Stunde sein, aber auch deine Sternstunde.
Oh, das sieht ja wirklich schön aus. Also, das könnte ich mir überlegen zu spielen. Weil sie auch neue Animationen draufgepackt haben. Das ist immer noch das alte Spiel, aber ist nicht einfach nur, wir passen die Auflösung auf 4:3 an und das war's, ne? Oh, übergreifender Fortschritt, geil. Kannst auf spielen, wo du willst. Das ist cool. Das heißt wahrscheinlich nicht Spiel Mastered, aber 2021 geht's schon los. Ah, okay.
After more than 20 years, the Dark Wanderer has returned. And once again, he travels east. Always east. Diablo 2 is a landmark game for Blizzard.
Ja,
Diablo 2
das war's wirklich.
is a full HD remaster of both the original game and the expansion, Lord of Destruction. It takes the 2D sprite-based classic that we love and brings it into the present in 3D, utilizing up-to-date graphical rendering and lighting technologies.
Ich kann sagen, das sah okay aus für ein Remaster.
All 27 minutes of cinematics, recreated shot for shot, with the explicit intention of preserving both the look and the pacing of the original movie.
Das ist Arbeit.
Blizzard has a long history of games that we're proud of.
Das ist Arbeit, die ganzen Cinematics neu zu machen.
We think about it as a definitive pillar in our foundation. Now, it's funny to think that some of you weren't even born when D2 was released, which makes it all the more important that we deliver an authentic experience wherever you play. We want everyone to relive their memories or experience the game for the very first time on their platform of choice. And so we're excited to bring Diablo 2 Resurrected to PC and console, along with cross-progression. And for those of you who are in love with the original, and you just wish it worked more seamlessly on modern computers, you can bring back all of that nostalgia exactly as you remember and enjoy the game in its original 2D form, much like we did with StarCraft Remastered. Obviously, there's a lot to talk about. Later today, Diablo speedrunner Mr. Llama will host a roundtable with members of the development team on the dedicated Diablo channel. If you are a Diablo 2 fan, I encourage you to take a look. So, from Diablo 2 Resurrected, to Burning Crusade Classic, to the Blizzard Arcade Collection, it's a whole lot of looking back.
Das war's, oder wie?
And while we have teams dedicated to bringing these timeless experiences into your hands, it's actually a very small percentage of our developers working on these projects. Far more people are working on the future of Blizzard. And in addition to what we'll be talking about during the show, we can't wait to tell you even more about our plans over the course of this year and beyond. If you had asked us 30 years ago what gaming would look like today, none of us could have predicted the current Blizzard lineup of games. The advances in technology are one thing, but it's really what those advances
Bär sieht auch geil aus.
that's even more incredible. If you think about the people who play games and the communities that have grown up around them, the way people can connect instantly, no matter where they are in the world, the way people are increasingly able to express their identity and celebrate who they are through their favorite games, communities, and platforms. The explosion of things like streaming, cosplay, and esports. It would have been hard to imagine any of that 30 years ago. And at Blizzard, that is what excites us about the next 30 years. There is so much that we're working on. And some of it you already know about. The rest, we look forward to talking to you about it when the time is right. Just like the real world, the worlds of Warcraft, Diablo, StarCraft, Heroes of the Storm, Overwatch, and Hearthstone are diverse, expansive, and full of potential. We are not only iterating on the experiences that you've come to expect from us, we're also exploring different ways to express our worlds and welcome more players from more places into them. And we aspire to continue to lead on priorities like accessibility and toxicity control, and to continue supporting causes that have a positive impact on the real world. We want to continue to bring those same feelings of joy and achievement that we all felt when we first defeated the Lich King, or beat Diablo on hardcore mode. Because when we
Ich glaube, er faselt jetzt nur noch.
experiences with others, we can't help but see the similarities between us and feel what's possible when we play together. Of course, there are new Blizzard worlds that we haven't visited quite yet. And when we do finally unveil those games and experiences, our hope is that you will see in them what we do. That no matter who you are or where you're from, they are spaces where you can create new stories, forge new friendships, and make memories worthy of lasting a lifetime. And through it all, our mission statement of being dedicated to creating the most epic entertainment experiences ever, along with our core values, led by gameplay first, will continue to guide our way. So on behalf of everyone at Blizzard, thank you for being on this journey. For me personally, it is the honor of my professional life to
Gibt's
serve
noch ein One More Thing?
and the honor of all of us at Blizzard to be the caretakers
5 Minuten hätte er noch.
that you play in. We are so excited for what's to come this year, next year, and the next 30 years. Now, what's coming next for the show? Well, it depends on where you watch. For those of you looking for an update on Overwatch, check out the behind-the-scenes look into the development of Overwatch 2 over on their dedicated channel right after the conclusion
Ja,
of
okay.
opening ceremonies. There, you'll hear about Overwatch 2
Dann mal ein bisschen leiser und kann schon mal eine Abmoderation machen für dieses Video. Ich zeichne es ja noch auf. Also, ja, es war wenig, ne? Es war wenig. WoW, Burning Crusade Classic, ob ich das nochmal spielen wollen würde, nochmal so viel Zeit investieren. Fragwürdig. Kein Warcraft 3 Reforged Ladder angekündigt, aber noch gesagt, Warcraft 3 geht im E-Sport super ab. Das stimmt so überhaupt nicht. Die Leute sind immer noch pisst, dass kein Ladder da ist. Das Team wurde angeblich aufgelöst. Leider nichts zu Overwatch 2. Die Fuchsheldin, die angeteased wurde, wurde nicht gezeigt. Kein Diablo Immortal Release Date. Schade. Neue Mobile Games sollen in Arbeit sein. Da wurde ein bisschen gemunkelt.
Hey, thanks for having us. We're Metallica.
Oh.
Thanks for having us at BlizzCon 2014.
Das ist ein Witz.
We would love to be there this year, but obviously can't be.
Okay, hier muss ich jetzt Stopp machen. Weil, wenn ich das dann hochlade, dann werde ich von Metallica geclaimt. Ich mag Metallica-Musik, gerade die frühen Sachen. Was aktuell ist, habe ich nicht mehr so reingehört, der hat es mich nicht mehr so abgeholt. Jetzt kommt hier offensichtlich Metallica. Wer das hören will, kann das ja. Mich ruhig noch weiter gucken, aber im zweiten Browserfenster können das ja aufmachen. Finde ich ganz witzig, dass sie das machen. Ja, nichtsdestotrotz, es sollen mehr Blizzard Games in Arbeit sein, die auf Mobile beziehen. Da bin ich immer skeptisch, kann was Gutes bei rumkommen, kann aber auch wieder Abzocke mit dabei sein, die eher schlecht ist. Da bin ich erstmal neutral. Ich hätte mir mehr gewünscht für die Opening Ceremony, aber dass nicht mehr kommt, war klar. Dass kein neues WoW dann vorgestellt wird, war klar. Und dass auch nichts zu Diablo mehr kommt, also außer dass es halt noch entwickeln. Auch zu StarCraft, dass nichts kommt, dass zu Heroes of the Storm nichts kommt, war mir klar. Dass ein Heroes of the Storm ein Spiel, das ja auch nicht mehr wirklich supported wird. Aber oft noch erwähnt wird gerade. Ja, Heroes of the Storm, Heroes of the Storm, Heroes of the Storm, ja. Ein Held, eine Map. Änderungen am Balancing, Änderungen, irgendwas, nichts, null, ne? Interessiert die gar nicht mehr wirklich. Sie lassen es weiter dümpeln. Ist denen ihre Entscheidung. Ne? Ganz klar. Deswegen, ja, das war's jetzt hier für die Aufnahme. Im Stream bleibt dabei. Ich zock noch eine Stunde oder so, noch ein bisschen, was bin auch nicht wirklich müde. Aber hier für dieses Video hier ist jetzt Schluss für dieses Reaction-Video. Deswegen für alle, die das Ganze hier nachgeschaut haben, bedanke ich mich für eure Aufmerksamkeit. Mein Name ist FitzFuchs und wir sehen uns im nächsten Livestream oder Video.